Hello dear viewers, and my name is Paddy, and welcome back to the Wasteland. Today playing the sequel to all of our beloved Fallout 3. You may know that, yeah, it would have taken a long time because there is quite a lot of downloadable content we're going to be playing on this game. The only setting I'm actually going to be showing you is the difficulty. We will start the game on normal.
War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
No. I don't remember. Just call me Courier.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Ah, terribly. Alright, I'm gonna go with my generic character, and it's the one that I think actually looks decently realistic. It's one I use often when I can't think of a design. Gonna go with a basic face shape that I'm happy with. Okay. I just don't like messing with the face shape. That's the problem. Let's go with the tone though. Let's mess with the tone a little bit. Blue tint. I love that there's actually blue tint. Okay, I'll work with that. Next is the important things. These, I don't know, this kind of is the only thing I've seen to look actually realistic. Yeah, this is what yeah, there we go. This is what I generically use to create a middle-aged looking man of some kind. I don't know. Give him my hair color, give him my eye color.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
So now we can actually move. We can't access our inventory, or if you've played Fallout 3, there's no reason not to spoil it or Pip-Boy yet, but we can take things, and I do recommend you can't activate your light either. You take a few things from here. We won't mess over here yet. It is still a bit dark. Maybe it's just because I'm in a really light room. Alright, Blood Pack and Med-X. Okay. This is basically like the special book from Fallout 3.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Alright. Interesting, right? Is a bit of trivia here is depending on how you distribute your skills, you get a different bit of dialogue from Doc Mitchell. For example, if you had a decently distributed, like, 10 in one... I think if you just put 10 into one skill, he'll say something very good. And then if you put it, like, 1 into a skill, or 2 or 3, something like that, then he'll mention that you're pretty, like, fucked up. But with most scores, he'll pretty much say, yep, looks pretty good. So, let's go through it all. Strength will tell you how easily a cowboy totes his saddle and those bigger firearms, or how much help he's going to be for you in a saloon brawl. And these are the stats that it affects. Basically, strength, its main attribute is affecting your carry limitations, how much you can like carry with you, how many items you can have on you. And for each strength, I think it gives you 50 pounds worth, and the higher strength goes, the more perks that you can pick up that relate to carry strength, as well as unarmed, like, greatly helps your unarmed. And also, most weapons in the game will have a strength requirement, but the only thing that happens if you can't meet the strength requirement is that it's got more sway and more recoil. Honestly, I've never really seen it to be an issue, but it's always good to have enough strength to meet that requirement. Perception is one of the most useless skills in the entire game. It affects some of the more useful attributes, as you can see by there, but all it does practically is tell you how far away the red dots will appear on your radar. But in previous playthroughs, I've tended to notice that a really low perception can really hurt you. So it's better to keep it at 5, but definitely don't raise it. A perceptive cowboy always knows when there's a lit stick of dynamite nearby, or when a varmint's sneaking up on him. Endurance is one of the more useful skills. It adds health and basically damage resistance, and affects some of the more useful skills. It's always good to spec up in this. Never go down in endurance. You can't keep a good cowboy down, not if he's the enduring type, and not if he's got a 6-shooter the size of all tarnation. Charisma, again, it's one of the more useful ones, but unlike in Fallout 3, it doesn't have a direct impact on speech succession, it just lowers the skills. And to be honest with you, charisma never actually comes into play in the game. All it does is affect your skills. I think there may be a few charisma checks in the game, but it's mostly speech checks, and speech can be raised without good charisma, so it's not one of the more useful skills. You find there are always some smooth talking cowboys out there that got themselves a voice sounding like an angel's harmonica. Intelligence is one of the most useful skills in the game. The more intelligence you have, the more skill points you'll have, so the faster you can rank up your attributes. You need to spec into this. Agility. It gives you faster running speed or slower running speed, and I think it also affects your pull-out weapon time. It's not the most useful attribute, but also having a low one is an issue, so I definitely don't recommend going below 5, but it won't hurt to keep it at 5. And luck. In this game, I recommend speccing into luck. It helps you in the casinos later in the game to get money, and it gives you critical hits, so it's really important, but I forgot to read this one. For agility, when a fella's in a gunfight and shoots the other guy 6 times before they can get a shot off, it's because that fella's agile. And for luck, some folks claim to not believe in luck, but when you lose a duel, you'll hear them say that luck is son of a gun. Okay. Oh, also luck will have a immediate impact in all your other skills. For example, having 6 luck will give you more points at the start than having 5, but that isn't the main attribute of luck. Right, first of all, I'm going to take 1 down in perception. The reason for this is, I've explained. And 1 down in charisma. Again, I've explained. I'm going to add 1 to strength to start with, and 1 to endurance. 1 to intelligence. 2 to luck. I'm going to add 1 more to endurance, and 1 more to intelligence. That's my character.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Not really a pretty sight.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Shelter.
Night.
Day.
Bandit.
Sorry about the noise. I was just drinking. He's probably gonna stab me, yeah.
Light.
Dark.
Mother.
Cookie jar. God, I play this game too much.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Strongly disagree.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Strongly disagree.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Strongly disagree.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Strongly disagree.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
A lamp? It's like an upside down lamp. Down. I guess I could see the oozing wound.
Okay. How about this one?
Jesus. Yeah, definitely. Jesus.
Last one.
Two bears high-fiving. Mushroom cloud, I can't see that in the middle.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
No. 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 Okay. Maybe science, but not right away. Again, these initial points will be affected by the... What are they actually called? Your special things. Those things you just picked at the Vigor tester. But you can select 3 to go off the bat. I will usually select the 3 that I'm going to up the most, but you don't have to. You can just select 3 to get straight off the bat here. I think I'm going to be interested in repair. And speech is one of the more useful skills in the entire game. And then guns is always useful. So guns, repair, and speech, and I'm also going to go heavily into border, maybe. Alright.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
And if I do... Right, there are a few of these that you won't get right off the bat, for anybody who's actually following along with this playthrough. Claustrophobia, early bird, hoarder, hot-blooded, Logan's loophole, skilled. Those ones. Those ones I just listed, those you only get with the Old World Blues DLC. Okay? So, make sure if you want these perks, you pick up the Old World Blues DLC. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these because it'll take way too long, but I will go through the ones I'm going to pick and why. Logan's Loophole is really interesting because in this game, if you have all the DLCs, the max level is 50. But with this perk, you stay level 30 once you hit it. But you don't get addicted to chems. And that's a really interesting little perk right there. Skilled is also interesting. Because it gives you minus 10% experience. But it gives you 5 points to every skill right now. Now, Wild Wasteland gives you a few little events and a weapon. I think I'm going to cover that weapon in a separate video, in a bonus video. I might do that. I might go out of my way to do that for you guys. But that weapon is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. But you can only pick 2 traits. And what I want to do, because this Let's Play isn't going to be... Like, I'm not going to, like, grind, basically, in this Let's Play. So I don't think I'll hit level 50. I'm going to pick Logan's Loophole and Skilled. what this will do is I'll hit level 30 and stay there, but I'll hit level 30 later, because I'm only getting 90% of my experience. You see? And also I have the chems thing. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Hey Doc, can I have some clothes? I'm not gonna do what most people do and loot the entire house. There's just a few valuable things I'm gonna look at. Since I put into repair, I can repair this broken 9mm machine gun. I might have enough science as well. Maybe? Oh, I do have enough science to get some stim packs. I'll also take that sunset sarsaparilla, and these drugs. There's also a laser weapon in here. It's just telling me to leave, basically. Some first aid. Some more first aid. Okay. Some ammo, and is that pork and beans? That's some food. Okay, we're good. Some money, and a hat.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
What, the bloody vault thing? Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
I'll try, Doc. Fallout New Vegas allows you to play in a new hardcore mode that greatly increases the challenge of the game. In this mode, stim packs heal over time and cannot mend broken limbs. Redaway removes radiation over time. Ammunition has weight, and dehydration is a constant concern. This mode is only recommended for advanced players. You may turn hardcore mode on and or off at any time in the gameplay menu, but if you activate hardcore mode now and maintain it throughout the end of the main storyline, you will receive a special reward. Would you like to activate hardcore mode? Yes. Achievement unlock. Ain't that a kick in the head? Completing the quest, which is basically get to this point. This is the outfit he gives you, and this is the Pip-Boy, which we will go through later, trust me. Okay. So hardcore mode adds hunger, dehydration, and sleep, basically, like fatigue. Okay, we're not even gonna read these because it's all the DLC.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
My God, I'm scared. Thanks for digging me out of the grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How'd you find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Goodbye.
Happy trails!
Thank you. Okay, so that's all 5 of my DLCs loaded. I didn't add Courier Stash because I thought it was kind of OP. All weapons fall under a weapon skill category that determines how effective that weapon is. Guns, energy weapons, explosives, melee weapons, or unarmed. Compare the small icon below to the left of the weapon's icon to show the to the icon shown in the Pip-Boy skill menu. Okay. Damage slash DPS. These indicate the base damage and the damage per second respectively. Weapons with a low damage have difficulty penetrating armor. If you hit a target's damage threshold, switch to a weapon with a higher damage, or use ammo that reduces the target's damage threshold. For example, armor piercing. Strength and skill. Many weapons have a strength and or skill requirement. If your character does not meet the strength or skill requirement for the weapon, its aim will wobble if a firearm, or it will attack more slowly if a hand-to-hand weapon. Condition. A weapon's condition affects the amount of damage it does. At 75 condition or higher, a weapon does maximum damage and only needs to be maintained. A weapon with low condition will do less damage and may jam when reloaded. Repair / mod. These options take you to the repair and mod submenus, where you may repair damaged equipment or attach weapon modifications respectively. Okay, this is what stuff I got. These two were from the box, and this was because I had good guns. Okay, so this is the starting town, Goodsprings. It's based on a real-life town by the same name, and some of the landmarks are also respective to the real-life town of Goodsprings. So, there are a lot of things to do here, one of which is a secret that we saw it in Fallout 3, and we'll see it again here, which was the books, the skill books that increase your skills. So before I continue with the main quest line, I thought I'd do a little bit of a side thing and look for one of the books. Now, I believe it's in this house. So, let me just take a look. Where's the door? Here it is. So if it is in this house, there's the doc's house. You come down there, you come down here. I will show it on the map if I'm right. You can hold B, hold circle, or hold tab, I think, to turn on your Pip-Boy light. And I was right. Here it is. It's Chinese Army Spec Ops Training Manual. It is classified as stealing, so make sure you are hidden. You will lose karma. Now, I will read this book, but later on when I can... Damn it! When I can have better use of it. Apparel. Apparel can consist of many different types of gear, ranging from clothing and armor to sunglasses and hats. Damage threshold. Some apparel grants damage threshold to the wearer. Your DT is the sum of all the DT for the current equipped apparel plus any bonuses from perks or chems. DT is directly subtracted from incoming damage, so a higher DT provides superior protection. Though a small percentage of damage can get through even the thickest armor, a high DT is quite valuable. Condition. It's the same as guns. Light, except this one is above 50%. Light, medium, and heavy. Light, medium, and heavy apparel will slow characters down when equipped. Repair. This option opens the repair submenu, which allows apparel to be repaired by salvaging parts from similar items. Do I not get an aid subcategory? Here it is. It'll up sneak by 4 or 5 if you have a perk. So I'll be waiting. There are only 4 or 5 in the main game of each book, unlike Fallout 3 where there are quite a few. So, actually, one of the great things about this game is you can start progressing through the main game right now, if you want to. Like, if you come up this road, I'm going to show it to you. I would recommend waiting till later, because one of the early game quests will give you an item that will help with this. But if you follow this road past here, and I think the sign will give me a warning maybe. No, it's just a speed limit sign. But if you follow this road, follow it all the way, you will reach New Vegas, which is basically the scene of most of the endgame quests right now. But there are cazadors, which are like flying death claws, and death claws down that road that will kill you unless you are careful. So it is very hard, but it's very possible to go straight to New Vegas right now. Alright, so one last thing before we progress with the quest is a Mojave Express drop box. This thing is quite interesting. Okay, so I've never really found a usage for it, but there are like 6 or 7 of these things, and all you gotta do is press A on them, and you activate them. Mojave Express drop boxes like this one can be used to deliver items to any Mojave drop box that you've discovered. Once you find the drop box, just activate it, and you'll be able to use that location to send and receive items. So you can stick stuff in here. I must discover a second one first. But you can stick stuff in here, and it'll be in every... and you can send it to a specific other drop box. So if you're going to an area... I don't know why you wouldn't just fast travel, but if you're going to an area and you're over encumbered, you can leave stuff in there and you can just go. And then you can pick it up when you're there. Like if you're going back to Sal. Easy Pete. I'm going to try and avoid dialogue with him right now. Actually, let's sit down with Easy Pete. Let's see what's going on in the world.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
So you were a prospector? Like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poked through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term.
Fair enough.
Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
Could be other factions also fighting for the dam. That's my bad anyway. What's so important about Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
Interesting. What about Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Yeah, I would reckon so. Alright, thanks.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Fair enough. Alright, so that's an interesting little backstory on the area. So the Legion, I guess a lot of people don't like, Kaisa's Legion. And then there's the NCR, which are more of a democratic remains of the old world. And I guess they want to colonize the area, and I guess the only reason why people are still letting them is because they keep the Legion away. I guess it's the lesser of two evils. Interesting. Such a cute doggy.
Stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert?
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Okay. Ooh, I like the look on that revolver. You won't mind, right, buddy? Yeah, you got nothing. You know me, I love my old whiskey and my vodka. Ooh, the wine. There's the whiskey. Didn't I spend like an entire... Oh shit, what did I just steal? Didn't I spent like an entire Fallout 3 episode looking for a bottle of wine or something. Or whiskey. I think it was actually vodka. Alright, here's a little thing for you guys. This is the only time you can really steal these without being caught. There's a magazine there which ups your skill temporarily. Shut up. There's only one jukebox I like. Foreshadowing. No, seriously, it is foreshadowing. Alright.
Now, see the
Sunny.
sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Okay. I've tried this, by the way. If you run out of ammunition, she actually makes a comment saying like, just take some more. Try it again. Oh, damn it! I grew up as a PC gamer. I don't need to aim down no sights. I will get these bloody bottles. Oh my god, this is terrible. If I was playing on PC, I could actually hit these motherfuckers. What, am I actually running out of ammo here?
That's the right idea.
Finally.
Look down the sight.
Oh, okay. Alright. She told me to look down the sight so I can give up all my damn hip firing.
Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
Wow, no sway at all.
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Okay, I'm in.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Let me just finish this job. I bet. Oh, I didn't shoot the dog I thought I had. Okay. I like to finish where I start. That dog's a source of free food. Why do I feel so tempted to shoot the thing? Yeah, whatever. Never really got anyone who was actually able to play Fallout in a third-person view. I remember playing Fallout 3 for a full episode in first person once. People actually, third person. People really enjoyed it, I guess. But I had a fully automatic weapon with unlimited ammo, so I thought, yeah, I might as well try it out. Nothing could really go wrong. Didn't really. Okay, come on, Sonny. Let's get a move on. Oh, lag. What was that? Not lag. What am I on about?
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Yeah, I never really got the whole logic behind sneak attack criticals. Or critical hits in general in video games. I mean, like, how would that happen in real life? Like, a critical hit. Here he comes, walking down the street. Gets the craziest looks from everyone he meets. Might as well take it all. Wait a minute, Sonny. I got some shiz to do. Also gotta drink some water. Alright, come on then. God, she didn't even come with me to
See?
help.
You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Alright, come on.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Alright, one sec. I'll clear out the other wells quickly. Because there is a reward if you do it in a certain way. So I'll do it with this. Oh, also. Badass. Alright. Oh, that sound, man. Remember, you can press X, E, or square to just loot all. Ugh. Welcome to VATS, the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeted System. VATS displays the chance you will hit, along with the coordination of each body part. Oh, so fail-tastic. I will try. I saved her.
I'm glad that's over. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
You have established a reputation with a group of people in the wasteland. Whether that reputation is good or bad, you're finally somebody, and the people associated with that group will start to react to what you've done. There are many different factions in the wasteland, and you can develop a distinct relationship with each one. As you perform actions that benefit a group, you'll gain fame. If you perform actions that harm a group, you will gain infamy. Your reputation with any given group is a measure of your combined total of fame and infamy that you have earned. The benefits and drawbacks of any given reputation depend on the group itself. You may receive discounts with merchants, provoke attacks from hired thugs, or simply be treated differently. Though you will initially start off with a neutral reputation with any given faction, your fame and infamy will eventually push your reputation in different directions. You can see all of your current reputations under the general section of your Pip-Boy. Good reputations are accepted, which is good, liked, which is really good, idolized, which is the best, good-natured rascal, which smiling troublemaker, which is like accepted or liked and then you did something bad, and then good-natured rascal, which is like idolized and then did something bad. Bad reputations are shunned, hated, and then vilified, with merciful thug and sneering punk as like mostly bad but a little good. And then you got pretty much neutral, but with leaning to one way or the other, which is soft-hearted devil, which is more bad, dark hero, which is more good, mixed, which is kind of like neutral, you've just done a lot of stuff, unpredictable, which is again kind of like neutral, it's just you've done a lot of stuff, and then wild child, which is like you've done a lot of stuff. And I'm accepted in Good Springs. Now to collect my real reward. Screw the caps, I need food. Sunny!
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Nah.
Okay, say no more. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
That quest is useless. All it does is you make healing powder, which is Brock flowers and Xander roots. And if I actually collect those Brock flowers and Xander roots, I'd rather use them for stim packs later on. Can I actually make gecko steak yet? Yes, I can.
Hello? Can you help me?
Barton Thorn. What's wrong?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
I'll see what I can do.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
So what? That broken radio tower? Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. Trapped on a ridge? I hope they don't kill her or anything. Let me see what I can do. Guy seems in trouble. Alright, here you can basically rebuild your character if you really want to. I'm not going to. Rejected. He got some hide on him. I guess I can go sell that to the shop we saw, which was right behind the Mojave Express delivery box. I still have no clue who I am, by the way. I'm just wandering out here. Just call me courier, right? I'm sure we'll find some sort of identity out here in the wasteland. Let's have a little bit of steak. I just wrapped it up in my pocket. Still warm from when we cooked it. Tastes pretty good. Let's have a look around. I guess this must be the ridge up here. I wonder where she is. What we got here? We got a laser pistol. Okay, this thing does absolutely nothing. And I am not surprised. These geckos are vicious out here, man. Alright. You should be able to take down... Oh my god. Ah, no. Oh god, they are surrounding me. I think there's only baby ones left now. I think they'll ignore me as long as I ignore them. I can't just leave them live though. I mean, they killed that guy's girl, right? Oh my god, where am I shooting? Yeah, I can't let him live. It's a matter of karma. God damn. Alright. I'm starving. Let's just have another bit of steak. I think I hunted them all down. No, one left. Oh, I found you. There we go. Let's see if that girl's still alive. Ooh. Well, that's a man. I can't really tell what these things are. Whoa. I guess they set off the bear traps. Money. Sounds about right. This definitely isn't a girl. Oh, cool. 10 mil. Oh! Damn it. I'm glad that didn't cripple me, that hurt. Alright, that's a good stock of food, but... Sorry I couldn't find his girl. Let's go tell him the bad news, I guess.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you.
You tricked me? You bastard!
Like that?
Yeah! You know what? Screw you, man. Really?
Get out of here!
Really? If you're gonna start killing someone, finish the damn job. Guess this is how the bloody wasteland is these days. Just kill or be killed. The hell? Okay, I guess there was only one. God, that's disgraceful. I'd already taken the treasure anyway. Guess he was gonna kill me for it. Have I got any water? It's dirty, but whatever. It's not gonna hurt me. Just a little bit of radiation. Not exactly uncommon out here, eh? Alright. Really is a desolate environment. I wonder what that is. So many unsolved mysteries. But you know what? I could use some money. I think I'm gonna head back to Good Springs with some stuff to sell. And I'm gonna look for some work. Maybe there's a job there. On the way back, we might find some adventure. Probably some geckos. Really is an abandoned place, isn't it? I think we're in the depths of California and there's nobody here. Guess I should be used to it. Can't remember much though, can I? I'm a courier, I've walked the long roads. I've been alone for a while, but for how long? I really should read that package notice I got from Doc. Maybe it has something to do with my past. And a platinum chip. I'll have something to do anyway. Coyotes. Could be worth hunting. They seem to fly when they die. An interesting trade. You'll make an excellent meal. I wonder how irradiated this meat actually is. I guess it has been a while since the bombs dropped. These coyotes are probably clean. I'm gonna up my lockpick to 25 so I can pick easy locked doors. Science is already there. I'm gonna up my survival in order to keep up with the changing environment and to keep up with the more materials I can use to make stuff. And I'll up my border. And I'll up my speech again, maybe medicine, science. I'll go for science. And these are the perks. I cannot, for the love of God, show you every single perk in the game, because you have to get a certain skill set, a certain it takes so long. And again, some of these are from the DLCs. I can't really tell you which ones. But yeah, I'm sorry. If you don't see this in your game, it's probably from the DLC. What to pick though? Well, that's interesting. There's more male people in the game. That's useful. Isn't necessary though. Lady Killer. You know what? I'm gonna go with intense training. It's one of the more useless perks in the game, but it's one to pick up every now and then to get an extra special skill. And I think I'm gonna chuck it into luck. Okay. 8 luck should be enough to just get a fortune going. Surprise, bitch. I honestly wonder how much Coyote is gonna sell for. I mean, I guess... I don't know, who's gonna buy the hide? How strong is it? I wonder. As for the meat, I don't think I'll be selling that. That's mainly for my survival. I don't want to go killing the pups. Seems a bit sick and maniacal. Keep to the side here. My gun is in some serious disarray. Alright, so this is interesting. I don't know where I picked this up. Nice little blend of fruit and iguana. Didn't think iguana could taste so good. I haven't seen an iguana either. Poor thing. Whoa. This cave is dark, man. Didn't know coyotes preferred the dark. I mean, I'm sure this cave can be used for colonization later. It's just useless leaving it for coyotes. I mean, I'm doing a good thing here. Poor guys came in before me. Mind you, they got far. Could be worth the sell. Well, this was an interesting endeavor. I wonder how much money it'll make me. Just woke up from a life-changing experience, and all I can think of is how loose my pockets feel. Anyway, I think I've got a good haul here. I really do wonder how much Coyote's gonna sell in this wasteland.